kitchen. I'm Ashley, owner and executive chef of Southern with a French Twist. Our mission is to provide inspiration, services, and events to help you prioritize gathering with others around your own table. On my YouTube channel, I share the recipes that I'm making to pass around my own table with friends and family when they come over to share a meal. Entertaining and hosting others doesn't have to be difficult, which is why this week I'm showing you one of my 30-minute meals that's a crowd pleaser, only takes 5 ingredients, and everybody loves. This week's episode is green chili chicken enchiladas. One of the reasons I love this recipe is because it uses a rotisserie chicken that you can easily pick up at a grocery store. The first thing that I do is I shred off all of the meat and put it into a large bowl. Then I also take a can of green chili enchilada sauce, which is found in the pantry aisle, and I pour it into a blender. So you're going to take one 15-ounce can and pour it into a blender. And then if you like cilantro, or if your guests like cilantro, then I take a head of cilantro and I take about half of it, and we're just going to tear the leaves off. So about a half a cup to a cup worth of cilantro, and then put it in the blender as well. Now, if you don't have cilantro fans, you can totally take that step out and omit that ingredient, but I really like cilantro, so we're gonna put it in this recipe. And then we will take our lid and just give it a good blend to make sure everything gets processed into the enchilada sauce. Once that is fully combined, we're going to pour it into the bowl with the shredded chicken, and we're only going to pour in half of it. Just a rough estimate. It's okay if you get a little more or a little less, but the rest we are going to pour over top of the enchiladas. So we'll set that aside. And then we are going to take a bag of cheese. You can do a Mexican blend or a cheddar Monterey Jack blend. This is a Colby Monterey Jack blend. It's whatever your preference is. And I'm just going to take about half of the cheese and also sprinkle it on top of the chicken. Then we'll take a spatula and just combine this together. This is something that you can make literally 15 minutes before people come over and throw it into the oven. And then that way it's baking while everybody gets comfortable, and then you can pull it out of the oven and serve hot, bubbly, cheesy chicken enchiladas with a crowd. I have frequently made this to take when I'm meeting up with friends for a vacation weekend, and we just want something quick on a Friday night when we all get there, throw it in the oven, and it's just so delicious. Everybody loves it. All right, we have the ingredients completely combined in the bowl, and now we're going to microwave some corn tortillas. I like using corn tortillas for enchiladas. I know some people use flour. In my opinion, that's more of a burrito, so I'm gonna stick with the corn tortillas to make these. I have a pack that looks like 18, but we're only going to need 12, so you can save the other ones for breakfast tacos in the morning. And I'm going to put them in a damp paper towel. So I've just taken quite a few sheets of paper towels, and I'm going to wrap the tortillas in the paper towel, and then I'm going to microwave it for about 30 seconds, and that just makes them nice and soft and a lot easier to fold when we put them into the casserole dish. So let's go nuke these for about 30 seconds. The corn tortillas are nice and warm and softened from their microwave session with a damp paper towel. And so now I'm going to fill each tortilla with just a little bit of the chicken enchilada sauce cheese mixture in this large bowl. And then we will put them into a casserole dish. So I like to use a 9x13, but I have used decorative casserole dishes before, or circles or squares, so it's just whatever you have. But I do like to use a 9x13 for this recipe specifically. So we'll go ahead and fill these enchiladas. Like I mentioned, you're just going to take probably a 1/4 to 1/2 cup of the mixture. There is not a perfect science to this. And then you're just going to roll the enchilada and place it into the casserole dish like that. So let's finish with the remaining 11. All right, now we have all the enchiladas rolled out and in the pan, ready to go into the oven. But first we're going to top it with some enchilada sauce and cheese. Now, if you had any extra filling left over, totally fine. You can eat it as a snack, or you can fill a couple more corn tortillas and make some enchiladas that can go into the center. It's up to you. I'm gonna save that as my little snack after this. So we'll take the rest of the enchilada sauce and we'll just pour it over the enchiladas. And then we will sprinkle the rest of the cheese, or however much cheese you want. I like a good cheesy enchilada, so I'm gonna use all of it. We'll sprinkle it over the top. And now we're going to put this in a 350 degree preheated oven, and we'll let it bake until it's nice and hot and bubbly and all the cheese is melted, usually about 10 to 15 minutes. The enchiladas are out of the oven and they look great. The cheese is nice and melted everywhere and it's nice and bubbly on the bottom when I pulled it out, so I know that they're heated through enough in the center. Let's go ahead and do a taste test. So this makes 12 enchiladas, and I usually figure 2 enchiladas a person, and I'll then usually do a salad or chips and queso and dip and things like that. But if you wanted to serve this where everybody gets 3 or 4 enchiladas, then you can adjust the serving size as necessary. So we'll go ahead and take out 2 enchiladas to taste. All right, let's give them a try. I love using rotisserie chicken and things like this because it's so juicy and moist still from the cooking process of it being slow and slow roasted. It's a perfect filling for something like this. I also used medium enchilada sauce, so it has a little bit of a kick to it. You can do mild or medium, whatever your preference is, or you can put some hot sauce on top. And then the cheese is nice and melty. This is definitely a winner. I love this recipe. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen today as we made a quick 30-minute meal that makes entertaining friends and family very easy and not stressful. If you liked today's episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new content every week all about the meals that I'm making to share around my own table when friends and family come over. Until next time, cook great food in the kitchen, share it with friends and family around your own table, and we'll see you soon.